I really don't think you can deny that everything wrong in Fior obviously comes from using animancy.
We don't use animancy on our farms in Dawnshore, and our forests aren't trying to kill us.
I don't know what you want from me. The other animancers and I are just doing the best we can to survive.
Fior will be better able to survive if they accept help from the adherents.
The adherents have already made great strides in bringing order to Paradise.
I just want to go home without being harassed.
I find these people despicable.
Fine. If I ever have any crops of my own, I won't use animancy around them. Happy?
What happens when this madness spreads to Dawnshore?
Man, even this part of, like, even the city itself has been overgrown. Nico.
Word of advice, give a wide berth to the governor's manor. Giatta's about to tear that poor man a new one.
Unfortunately, that's where I'm headed.
Well, I hope you have a stomach for profanity.
Huh. A woman shouting profanity at leadership? Reminds me of home.
She came storming up the hill with a wheelbarrow full of spoiled crops. Then the shouting started.
Animancers fighting? This I have to see.
This isn't the first time Giatta's put the governor in his place, but it might be the last.
How are you faring against the Dream Scourge?
Not well, apparently. Giatta says it's infected the farms, and every day it gets harder to doubt her.
Just take a blessed day look outside. It doesn't take a genius to see this place is rolling downhill.
The governor's manor is on the far side of town. You can't miss it. Just follow the sound of foul language.
I was hoping
Right.
to learn some local curses.
Looking forward to seeing what it looks like when animancers fight.
And the city is an instance. I suppose that makes sense. Probably should be. Another one? Oh, you again?
The Emperor's envoy. Come to interfere in Steel-Garrote business again?
That depends. Are you doing something that requires my interference?
Certainly not. Besides, I have no more business in Fior. If you're here to speak with Vidaro, I'm afraid you'll find the governor is quite beyond reason. These Valians and their love of animancy.
Perhaps the diplomacy... Oh my god. Perhaps the diplomacy should be left to the diplomats, Captain.
Fair enough, envoy. Talk to the man all you'd like. When diplomacy fails, the Steel-Garrote will be ready to ensure the safety of Adherin interests.
I think I have some idea of what you mean, Captain.
Barter for peace, prepare for war. We all have our part to play, envoy. Until later.
She's as subtle as a broadside.
Does subtle mean something different outside of Solace?
Nice fruits, sir. Don't mind if I do. Oh wow, look at all these nice goods. Thank you. Thanks. Thanks for that.
No, the animancers were such shrewd business people, too.
Genuine healing crystals, purest in all of Eora.
Everything here is spoiled.
They do such lovely work here, don't they? Hang on. I know you from Solace, right? I'm afraid I don't know who you are. Just as you don't know who I am. You're blessed a mad. I remember you. I got you. So, we understand each other then. I never thought the world of animancy could be so varied and fascinating. I can make use of so much of this equipment.
So you're a Pagroon. I heard you people didn't travel outside of Galawain's tusks.
Yeah, I suppose it's a bit unusual to see one of my people about. But I'm here on important business. If you see anyone else from Sole's Keep, just do me a favor and don't tell them you saw me.
Why not?
It's not worth talking about, really. Some of my fellow wardens might misunderstand.
But we still don't even know why you're here.
You know what I mean. And Marius, it was good to see you. May you find all you're looking for and more. I was never here. You understand?
Curious. Yeah, that. Damn.
Rejuvenate and revitalize your personal assets.
Honest Emil.
Pure crystals dug from the soil of
Oh, I wonder,
Emerald
is that a
State.
dig?
No imitations.
Quilici's house. Don't mind if I do. Crops ruin, blah blah blah. Darrow cares little for animancy, really. Interesting. Could have fooled me. Huh.
Clean out your soul with honest Emil's healing crystals.
Yeah, there's quests left and right.
Oh, you startled me. This old woman can get lost in prayer from time to time. You must be the Adiran envoy I've been hearing about. Apologies for any hardships you may have experienced getting here. The failing crops, the strange beasts, and even the dream scourge are all the result of our neglect of the dead.
I doubt it's your fault, but if it is... No apologies necessary.
That's a lot of blame on people who can't defend themselves.
The dead of Fior expect certain rituals to be carried out. I have failed to perform those rituals, and now the spirits are angry.
Fior's problems couldn't possibly have anything to do with angry spirits.
We cannot take that chance. There are angry spirits, and you know the problems we face. I believe the two are related. Our recent dead require a final meal to ease their passage from life. Without
Gross.
it, they can't rejoin the cycle.
You've got people waiting in line for their next meal, and you want to waste food on the dead?
I got food from the grain merchant stores. I just need someone to leave it at the graves. The dead will take it from there.
Flesh and bone. They bring the fruit to those who cannot eat. What tree calls for its branches to endure these rituals?
Do you really believe the dead are mad because they didn't have their last meal?
This custom goes back a long way. We never had dream thralls or such blight in our crops until now.
What do you need me to do?
You must take these offerings of food and place them at 3 grave sites where the recently dead lay. The first offering goes to a cliffside grave on the southern coast.
Whose bodies rest there?
Loggers from the old days. They sacrificed themselves to make the land habitable and lost their lives to creatures of the untamed forest. The second offering goes to a grave in the swamp, far to the west from here.
Whose spirits wander near the swamp?
They buried the bodies of settlers there, intrepid sorts that tried to tame the farther reaches of Emerald Stairs wilds. The final offering should be taken to the truffle farm east of Fior, where a family lost their lives to the encroaching wilds.
What can you tell me about this final grave?
Such a tragedy. A young family lost their lives there as the wilds encroached, swallowed before they could even flee.
Well, Maybe this will help you find some peace as well.
That is the least of my worries. But yes, bringing closure to the recent dead will finally allow me a good night's sleep. I can't thank you enough for helping to ease the conscience of an old lady. Please, return when the rituals are complete.
Are they gonna comment on how this is stupid? Because this is stupid. All greens, fruits, and grains are to be rationed. Okay.
Empty again.
Seems that way.
Vidaro says the current crop looks promising, though.
How can he know that? He's not a farmer.
Be patient. He hasn't steered us wrong before.
Huh. How many doors can we open in this place? Damn!
I am not accustomed to failure.
Ugh, neither am I. But it happens to the best of us, no? They made up their minds before we even started. It's okay, we'll try again.
But it's the third time.
You know how it is. Their standards are impossible. It isn't personal.
Of course it's personal. It's the animancer's workshop.
Is there something I can do to help?
Maybe we need some feedback on our proposal.
Using essence to cure male flaccidity is uncharted territory. I'm sure of our thesis.
Now you have my attention.
Excellent. That bodes well, but I'm still not convinced. Perhaps our proposal title wasn't clever enough? What do you think of this? Boning without bones, essence and the performativity of male anatomy.
Consider this. From stick to stone, using essence to augment male performance.
Ooh. Stick to stone is actually really good. Erecting the future. Manimancy. You should just go with your guts. How about this one? Erecting the future. The burgeoning science of manimancy.
That's brilliant, huh? Simply brilliant.
We've done it again.
Wait until they read this. The days of packing rope are at an end.
Yeah, they're doomed. Rejection letters. You guys are terrible. Please, pack it in. Who the fuck else lives here? They got 4 beds. I love this stairwell to nothing. That's cool. I'm forgetting Y is not to jump. Overgrown home. Huh, interesting. Those aren't real people.
Giatta, what's the meaning of this?
Look at these crops! Look at your city! The Dream Scourge is laying waste to our home!
There is no Dream Scourge in Emerald Stair.
The land begs to differ, and I can prove it!
We can discuss this in private.
We are discussing it now!
Yeah, that seems to be fun.
How can you ignore what's right in front of you? The Dream Scourge is here, in the soil, and it's killing us. Oh my goodness. Are you a godlike?
Envoy Gerald, at your service.
Charmed. Forgive me for staring. It's just, we don't see many of your kind anymore.
Maybe you can talk some sense into our governor. Put the fear of the gods in him.
Tempers are high, but I don't see any assassins. Yet.
Excuse me, but unless you have official business, I'll thank you not to involve yourself in our private discussion.
I'm an Adiran envoy. Is that official enough?
Very well. I hope you remember that behind these walls, your influence has limits.
I'm sure he didn't come all this way just to challenge your authority. As you can see, I was just proving a point to our esteemed governor.
A cart full of spoiled vegetables. You call that a point?
Ha! Emerald Stair used to be a lush garden for miles around, and now I don't even recognize it. First came the invasive species, roots and mycelium growing overnight, as though nature itself had gone mad. The Dream Scourge has twisted our lands, our wildlife, and now, our farms.
That's why I'm here. Perhaps I almost said a animancer, son of a bitch. Perhaps an animancer can help me stop it.
Then there's no time to waste arguing with bureaucrats.
We definitely agree on that.
I believe that we can restore the land, bring back its soul and its sanity, cut off the Dream Scourge at the root. Our governor would rather ignore the problem. He doesn't trust animancy as his father did.
But you do? What would it take for you to fix this?
Before we can deal with the Dream Scourge, we first need to understand it. Unfortunately, new experiments have to go through him.
Must be nice that all the arguing isn't about you, for once.
I'm just trying to stop Giatta from hurting herself. Animancy is dangerous when you're shooting in the dark.
She's the only one taking all the risks here.
You must be unfamiliar with animancy. There's always collateral damage. Are you going to tell him about your family's basement? Or should I?
How dare you use that against me?
I know it was an accident, but look what it cost you. We can't let it happen again.
While we argue among ourselves, the Dream Scourge is tearing the living lands apart. Tearing our people apart.
What was that about your basement? Maybe we can solve the Dream Scourge rationally. Let cooler heads prevail.
Then we'd better do it somewhere else. Well, Governor, looks like I'm taking some time away from my duties. I'll trouble you no more.
Your request is denied, Giatta.
I wasn't asking.
Your responsibilities are to the settlement. Turning away from them sets a precedent that I cannot allow.
Everything I have proposed has been for Fior, and you still refuse to cooperate. Under the circumstances, I don't have much of a choice.
Then neither do I. Giatta Castell, from this day forth, you are banished from Fior Mesiverno.
Whoa, you're banishing her for that?
What?
Ignacy, we can't lose our brightest animancer in the middle of a crisis.
Your pupil has gone too far, Quilici. Take her and leave. You're still a guest in my town, but to us, Giatta is an outcast.
Giatta, are you okay?
It's a bit too soon to tell.
Governor, this is unacceptable. Your father would have kept this community together at any cost.
Don't bother, old man. He isn't his father. I've done all I can for Fior Mesiverno. But you haven't even tried. Now limp back to your giant house like a good dog. We should talk somewhere private. Meet me at my house due west, by the workshop.
We're getting a cutscene for this?
I'll find us another bedroom.
Oh. I guess Giatta's coming with us? Interesting. Wasn't expecting that. The Darrow family mansion, eh? Oh, shit. Interesting.
By tradition, the governor's manor is open to the public.
Really? That's fascinating. Not much I can actually get into here, though. I suppose I can go upstairs. You got some big old cobwebs in here, my guy. Knock, knock. Hello. I still hear... Oh, there's a lockbox right there. Whoa, Valiant breastplate. Interesting. That wasn't even like a unique glowing chest. That's crazy. Huh. Wonder where he ran off to. Yeah, he's over here. I don't really care to talk to him right now, though. Nice balcony view. But we did also get his bedroom key.
Is this the governor's mother? Blessed a shame.
My hands. My hands. Sharp talons. Oh.
This is not what I was expecting. That's like actually fucked. Yeah, that's kind of depressing. So I'm assuming she has the Scourge in some sense, and they found some way to push it back. Because otherwise she would have, like, I don't know, started killing people or something. But I think before we carry on, because I think her house is like right over here or whatever, I think I'm gonna call it here. And yeah, we will pick up. We'll pick up right where we left off next time, just because it's getting late here, and I think we made a good bit of progress. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed, and we will pick this up next time. Goodbye.